Speaker, distinguished colleagues, magandang hapon po sa lahat. As chairperson of the Committee on Higher and Technical Education, I rise to sponsor House Bill number 9812 under Committee Report 454 entitled the Local Universities and Colleges Governance Act. Mr. Speaker, improving Philippine higher education is a long journey. House Bill number 9812 brings us one step closer by strengthening the governance of our local universities and colleges, or LUCs. LUCs have expanded access to higher education, especially for students who cannot afford to study far from home. But their rapid growth has also exposed long-standing governance gaps, unclear oversight, uneven standards, political interference, unstable funding, and programs that do not always respond to local needs. Access alone is not enough. A publicly funded college must offer education that is credible, relevant, and worthy of the trust placed in it by students, families, and taxpayers. This measure therefore answers the basic governance question that have long unsettled for so long. Who sets the standards? Who supervises the institution? Who chooses its leaders? Who ensures sustainable funding? And who protects the students when an institution fails to comply? First, the bill establishes clear standards before an LUC is created or allowed to offer programs. An LGU must demonstrate need, financial capacity, qualified personnel, adequate facilities, and a 5-year institutional development plan. Programs must respond to local labor market and community needs. The question should no longer be simply, can we open a college? The proper question is, can we govern and sustain a quality college? Second, the bill clarifies oversight. LUCs will be subject to the monitoring, evaluation, and technical assistance of CHED and TESDA, a dedicated local universities and colleges affairs division will provide a permanent institutional home for LUC regulation and development. This replaces fragmented supervision with coordinated accountability. LUCs will know the standards they must meet, the agency responsible, and where they can obtain support. Third, the measure professionalizes leadership. The governing board will include the local chief executive, the LUC president, the representatives of the faculty, alumni, students, regulators, the sanggunian, and the business sector. The president will be appointed through a formal search process for a definite term. A local college is a public trust. Its direction must not depend solely on local politics or one official. Decisions must reflect academic standards, student welfare, and long-term institutional development. Fourth, the bill strengthens fiscal governance. It grants LUCs autonomy over approved budget and income, provides for quarterly releases, protects annual funding for arbitrary deduction, subject to accounting rules and audit. The bill likewise protects students by placing limits on fees and other charges. Quality education requires adequate resources, but institutional costs must remain reasonable and accountable. Fifth, the measure combines accountability with development support. CHED and TESDA will assist qualified LUCs through faculty development, improved facilities, scholarship, internships, applied research, and industry partnerships. LUCs do not operate under equal conditions. National standards must therefore be matched by national assistance. Existing LUCs will have 3 years to comply. Institutions must receive clear guidance and technical support, while students must be protected throughout the transition. Mr. Speaker, this measure does not attempt to weaken local autonomy. Instead, it makes local autonomy more responsible, transparent, and sustainable. It further affirms that our LUCs deserve a clear governance framework and strong public support. Where and when governance improves, standards become consistent. When and where leadership becomes professional, institutions can plan beyond political terms. When funding becomes predictable, faculty and facilities can improve, and when oversight becomes clear, students receive the quality education they were promised. House Bill 9812 brings access and quality together. It gives our institutions the structure they need to become stable, credible, and responsive institutions of higher learning. Their journey towards a stronger higher education system remains long. But by improving how our local universities and colleges are governed, we move one decisive step closer to the future that our learners deserve. For this reason, Mr. Speaker, I respectfully request the immediate approval of House Bill number 9812. Maraming salamat po.